Hello, welcome to Serling Zone. I'm Alan. Hope you've been well these last few weeks. Had a good time gaming. We're here today with Zero, our explorer in No Man's Sky. We've got the call from our adventurers back on the Phantasy Star Ruins base that they've made a new statue and some alterations to the Creature Park base, and it's finished, the Creature Park base. Actually, I was just gonna. Well, I was getting some materials for doing the new stuff that you got to do with the lighting. I found this ship, and I've only ever had the one ship before, the Spitfire, but I saw this one. I thought, well, I've got to have it. As soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, that's giving me like Star Wars vibes. A little droid on the side there, the wing. It's a nice colour. Can't quite see the colour yet, but it's a nice goldy colour with red and that. Got some cool engines on the back. Let's see if I'm going to photo mode. Make that. Oh yeah. I can't see it too well. But the engines look cool, and I like the round wings and the void. The little droid on the side, so I'm going to have to get this one kitted out with some good shields and engines and weapons and start using this one. I don't know what the little droid's name is yet. I'm sure I'll find out when we start using it. Yeah, so I couldn't resist that one. That's a cool little fighter. Very similar to one I've got, just one extra slot on it. Let's go over to the Creature Park base. Now the changes from the last update was that the lighting now, you can't just put the lights on and expect them to light up. You've got to make some sort of generators and batteries and wire them up, which is a bit of a wind up, but it's okay. I'll just have to think of that in the future when I'm doing builds. And after doing the statue, the base was over the limit, so in the end I had to get rid of Delrolee, which was a shame, but it's brought it under the limit so I can upload it. And in the end, actually, the story now of the base, I think, has come together well. So I'll try the Delrolee in the future, maybe when I get a bit better at building and find a new planet to have another attempt, try it in a different pose. But here's the new statue, the RACAST. He's got the handgun and the mag. Now when I first did him, I made him on the GameCube that I'm playing now. I mean, I've had robot characters in the past on the Dreamcast and the GameCube. I had one that was a popular one called Atari. I made him. He was a good one on Dreamcast. He was a robot ranger. And so I thought, well, I'll build him, I'll make him on the GameCube that I've got now, and then it's a lot easier to draw them when you're not doing an enemy. And so I drew him, and I thought, well, later on I'll find a special weapon and a special mag. But after a while I thought, no, actually, no, I'm going to give him I'll make him like a new character. Give him the handgun and the starter mag, because we all start games, especially RPGs, are always a newbie, and it's always a good time on an adventure. You've got all in front of you, the lands to explore and people to meet and enemies to fight and weapons to find. So yeah, I thought that was a good idea to make him as a newbie, and it took a while getting the final finishes so I was happy with it and felt really good. I don't mind. I've got them lit up at the moment, the statues, and you can see the wires, which is okay. It gives it a different type of effect. Almost looks like one of those old movies where they would find the monster and they would like tie it down with chains and things to stop it moving. And I made a alteration to the first character that I did, the female Force character, because originally I just had the one block in the middle, because when you put the blocks down they got a snap above each other, and so it meant her waist was very small, and I had to have loads of lights around it to make it glow to look a bit bigger. But eventually I found you could sometimes, if you built blocks like that and stood on them, you could sometimes get the block to go where it wasn't meant to. So I managed to fiddle her and get them. I built it a bit more forward and got one so it snapped, so I got it to land in between and then built it back, and that was really good. So her waist now looks a lot more realistic, so that's improved that one. I left it like a small waist on the guild chick, because on a robot it doesn't really matter. Let me zoom in on the RACAST, and I've tried to make him again as you'd get in the game. So he's got the head with the spiky bit poking out, which you can have. He's got some powerful shoulders on him. His forearms do have extra armour on, but not as solid and big as on the guild chick and that. So I had to alter it slightly just so it could show that he's got armour, but it's not ultra solid for punching. He uses sort of weapons. I've got the armoured body out pretty good. See if we can change the colour on that. Let's go back to here. So I've got the armour. He's a green and white colour. That's better, you can see the colour now. And I've got his legs, which when you do the character, they got heavy sort of armour on the bottom and middle part of the legs, and I managed to give that a bit of sort of sculpt to it so it doesn't just look like one block. And I was pleased in the end how I got the movement, so because it's a very heavy character to play the way it moves, so I was pleased that I've got him stepping forward slowly, sort of lifting his leg up to try to convey that it is a heavy character, a sort of tank type character, and he's just lifting his heavy leg up and gonna sort of move forward and stomp it on the ground. And I've got the colours of it. I've got the green and the white, and I managed to find a good texture that gave the good camouflage colour he's got on his legs and his arms. It took a while getting the handgun till I was happy with it. Get it a decent size, because it has got a small gun you start with, but get some sort of different detail on it, which I managed to do in the end, which I was pleased with. These blocks and the lights there, which on the handgun you've got that section at the top which is like the energy vessel where it keeps the power to shoot, and then I've got some blocks on there for the nozzle. So in the end, once I got that done, I was really happy with it, because it's been close to finishing for about a week, but I still wasn't quite happy, so I made a few little adjustments here and there, and once I got that done and finished his leg armour a bit better, I thought, yes, that's good. So he's a newbie with the handgun, and that's the mag, which is a mag. It's not leveled up yet as you get your mag. Got no photon blast, so this is what you'd find in the game when she went online. You'd often have the high-powered character helping out a newbie character, and I'm pleased in the end. That's how, when I was scanning round, I thought, well, that's the story of the space really. The adventurers have been exploring Rhaegal that they found and made the ruins base and preserving that, and the more they found out about the game, this has turned out to be like a snapshot or screenshot of how the game played. You've got the two characters up against the episode 1 enemies. You've got the high level character helping out the newbie. It's a beach level, so that would have to be episode 2, because there is a beach level on episode 2 right at the beginning. So I was really pleased how that turned out. Wasn't planned, but I think that's a good story for the base, and even got a bit lucky with the gunlet. If I zoom in there, I actually had him, with sheer luck, he's actually lining up the evil shark, just bringing his gun down to take a shot, which he's obviously hasn't quite noticed the Chaos Springer coming up by his side for just charging at him. So yeah, I'm pleased how it ended in the end with the story of this base. So it's finished, and I have to be off trying to find a new planet somewhere and start a new base. I'll zoom around. Yeah, it's really good, this one. Well, it's worked out. I've played a few with the robot characters in my time, and they're quite good. I mean, it is a pain because you can't use Rester and that, so it is pretty hard. So it's always nice if you can find a gun with a good health drain ability. And obviously this could be us in a few months' time. Well, maybe 5 or 6 months' time, maybe. This is 23rd of October now. I'm recording this. A few more days. We've got the Outer Worlds, which I'm really looking forward to, and that's having some really good reviews at the moment. So definitely going to get that. So it's a good, like I say, it's a good part of the game when you're a newbie, starting and everything there to look forward to. That's going to be us. Hopefully, when the game comes out, we get. I mean, Sega haven't said anything about Online 2, what consoles it's coming to, and maybe give a date or even a video of like welcome to Phantasy Star Online 2 the West, and give you some sort of hints on the different mechanics of the game. So that'll be us sometime on the menu, deciding what character we're going to play as. I will certainly be playing as a female force, and I'll probably do 2, female force and a male hunter. And I'm looking forward to that. I've seen a few videos, not spoiling it too much, but I watched a few videos online of Phantasy Star Online 2, and it looks a bit different. There's a lot more enemies and a lot faster, but it does look pretty good, so I can't wait for it. And then the Outer Worlds on Friday. Be putting up some videos of that as well. But yeah, he's come out pretty well, the old RACAST, and I'm pleased that I made him as the newbie, because it makes a nice story for the base. As you know, that is a snapshot of the game with 2 characters going out on their first. The newbie is maybe is his first go of it, and the experienced characters give him a hand, helping him out, which was always a good part of the game. That's what I liked about the co-op side of it. So that's the finish of the base, Phantasy Star Creature Park, and that's turned out, by sheer luck, turned out with a good story. Yeah, let's end it. That's not a bad screenshot to end. Yeah, about there. So you just see the female force and the robot ranger there, stepping on the beach and about to encounter the old enemies coming up at them. So that's cool. So yeah, looking forward to it. Online 2, Outer Worlds. So it's a good time for RPGs. I better sign off now and get back in the Spitfire, or get my new ship powered up and get out exploring again, and keep an eye out for a new planet for a good base. So thanks for watching. Cheerio.